It's Madden.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And
they'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 83 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 106 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Good move at the 30. And he's out of bounds over the tape. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
A give running right is Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Nix. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where they set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chain. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5.
At the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Here's Pickett. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Pickett will look to throw it here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. It's not going to end in points, but you consider where this drive started and probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Nix going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Nix. That's taken in by Dulcich. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Here's third and 3. Back to throw. Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on third and 2. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Back to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now here's a... They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Nix. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Touchdown, Broncos. Elijah Moore. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Pickett. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a set.
They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
To throw on 2nd down. Nix. Throw left side complete to Chase. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there. A big one.
He scored their touchdown earlier. This had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambled for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, But this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Pickett's throw there taken in by Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Complete here. It's high. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Off play action. Nix. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hold out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. And that is incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A lot of people talk about how difficult it is to play in the high air here in Denver, but one group of folks who most definitely don't mind that, kickers, and that one, CD, a career long.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon, because they envy guys like Matt Prater, Brandon McManus, who have spent their careers here. They get to spend a bulk of their time kicking at altitude, and they absolutely love it. So when you get a chance to visit and do it yourself, you feel great about that opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Nix dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Operating from the gun, Nix. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, Nix. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off to Barkley.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Carolina. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Mingo, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Desmond Ridder, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 27-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
This short throw caught by Goddard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Skirts by him at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 2nd and 10.
And get a report when we come back to Denver. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but they're
on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Nix.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, Nix. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll...
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
He finds his man complete. It's Franklin. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
That is caught. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And out and out come the Eagles.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Pickett going to keep it again. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Up the middle with Barkley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
2nd down and a yard.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 11-yard line.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Nix got his man. It's Dulcich. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. No whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. Operating from the gun. Nix working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw. Nix. And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Broncos 31, Eagles 17.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Eagles down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 2.5 to go. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, but they also need 2 scores. They've got to go quick. Pickett to throw on first down. Smith catches left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Second down. Here's Pickett. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the... We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Pickett. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as the defense couldn't come up with a big play. In fact, they got 6 more than they needed, a gain of 8 on 4th and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he comes back with one complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw again with Pickett.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Pickett. This is Smith with a ground. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. That's to the pylon and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Bronco defense comes up big. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.